Hello friends, welcome back once again to the channel where we provide odds with value. And before we go any further, let's briefly talk about our yesterday's results. Yesterday I shared 15 games on YouTube, and out of the 15 games, we had 13 games going well and 2 games lost. So if you are in a position to make profit, congratulations. If you manage to select, maybe in your selection, you took the 2 games that lost, today is another day to try. So let's briefly talk about the games. We had Manchester United versus Everton. We had Man United to score over 1 goal, in which at the end of the day, Man United won 2-0. We had Bournemouth versus Sheffield United. We had Bournemouth to score over 1.5 goals, in which they played 2-2. Despite VAR took away goals from Bournemouth and Bournemouth missed a penalty, they still managed to score those 2 goals. We had Crystal Palace versus Luton Town. We had Crystal Palace to score over 1 goal, in which we had a refund for that particular game, except you went with Crystal Palace to score over 0.5 goals. We had Bayern Munich versus Mainz. We had Bayern to score over 1.5 goals, in which it was successful. Bayern Munich scored 8 goals. I hope Bayern Munich has not scored all their goals for the season. So we hope the next time we take Bayern Munich again, they should be able to score at least 2 or more goals. So it was successful because we had Bayern to score over 1.5. They played 8-1. We had Borussia Mönchengladbach versus Cologne. We had Gladbach to score over 1 goal, in which they played 3-3. It was successful. We had Sassuolo Calcio versus Frosinone Calcio. We had Sassuolo Calcio to score over 1 goal, in which we had a refund, except we went with over 0.5 goals for Sassuolo. So they played 1-0. We had Girona versus Osasuna. We had the total goals to be over 1.5 goals. It was successful. Girona won 2-0. We had Cardiff City versus Ipswich Town. We had Ipswich to score over 1 goal. We had a refund in that game because Cardiff won 2-1. I watched that game yesterday. It was very, very interesting. Ipswich scored very late, and Cardiff managed to win that game 2-1 in 90+4 and 90+7. We had Hull City versus Leicester City. We had Leicester to score over 1 goal, in which it was successful because they played 2-2. We had Watford versus Coventry City. We had the total goals to be over 1.5 goals. It was successful. We had Victoria Grumares versus Famalicão. Victoria Grumares versus Famalicão. We had Victoria Grumares to score over 1 goal, in which you had a refund because Grumares played just 1-0. We had Queen's Park versus Patrick Thistle. We have the total goals to be over 2 goals, in which they played 2-2. It was successful. And finally, we had Lax Leeds versus Red Bull Salzburg. We had Salzburg to score over 0.5 goals, in which in the first 30 seconds in the game, Salzburg scored 1 goal and finished the game 0-1. So these were the 13 games that went well. Then the 2 games that lost was Rio Ave versus Braga. These guys decided to just shut down the goals market by going 0-0 at full time. And secondly, a very disappointing performance in terms of goal scoring in the game between Bologna and Inter Milan. They played just 0-1. Inter Milan scored in the first half and they ended it 0-1. So yesterday we had 13 games going well and 2 losing. And I believe if you listened to my instruction yesterday, picking at least 3 to 4 games per sleep, you should be able to get something out of it, except you went with Inter Milan and Braga in your sleep. It was unlucky because I made 4 sleeps on my own. I edited the games on my personal selection. I had 4 sleeps. I lost 1, in which the Inter Milan game was among it. Then I won 3 odds. I won 3 odds, and I also won 4 odds from the games yesterday. And the 3rd sleep I won was a cash out, because I combined all the games in a sleep. I just did the test run. I combined all the games in a sleep, and all the games were going very, very smooth. And I was able to cash out when Inter Milan scored the first goal. And the moment they scored, I had a very good amount for cash out, and I took my opportunity. I was not greedy. I took the opportunity and I cashed the game out. Luckily for me, Inter Milan played 1-0 and I was in profit. So if you managed to win yesterday, congratulations. If you did not win, today is another day. Remember, always listen to my instructions. Pick at least 3 to 4 games per sleep. I know we can be very unlucky sometimes by selecting the particular game that's going to mess up our sleep. but I believe today is going to be a good day. So let's dive into the business of today. If you're new to the channel, I always advise you to go with the goals market rather than going with straight winnings or double chance. You can consider all those markets, but the goals market is one of the best markets to consider. So as you watch the video, ensure you are hitting the like button and subscribe if you have not subscribed. So let's talk about today's games. I have 11 matches and the total odds is 20 odds. Remember, you can pick at least 3 to 4 games per slip. Stick on it. If you want to combine all the games together, scale your goals down. So we have the first game on the list from the England Premier League. We have West Ham United versus Burnley. We have West Ham to score over 1 goal at 1.26 odd. West Ham United versus Burnley. We have West Ham to score over 1 goal at 1.26 odd. We have Liverpool versus Man City, a very interesting game in which I believe these both teams should be able to score themselves. But Man City, based on the bookmaker, are the favorite. But you know Liverpool are very dangerous at home. So we have the predictions to be Man City to score over 1 goal at 1.30 odd. Liverpool versus Man City to score over 1 goal at 1.30 odd. I believe these two teams should be able to score themselves. So both teams to score is another option to consider. We have Loxley versus Stade Rennes. We have the total goals to be over 1.5 goals at 1.33 odd. Loxley versus Stade Rennes. We have over 1.5 goals at 1.33 odd. We have from the Germany Bundesliga, we have Eintracht Frankfurt versus Hoffenheim. We have Frankfurt to score over 1 goal at 1.29 odd. Frankfurt versus Hoffenheim. Frankfurt to score over 1 goal at 1.29 odd. We have Bayer Leverkusen versus VfL Wolfsburg. We have Bayer Leverkusen to score over 1.5 goals at 1.40 odd. I believe Bayer Leverkusen should be in a position of winning this game with a good number of goals. Why? Because Bayern Munich has already passed a message to them that they are coming for their title, but Bayer Leverkusen have an upper advantage because they have more point gap ahead of Bayern Munich. But Bayer Leverkusen, I believe they will not relent. They will keep on pushing hard to maintain that clean record this season. So I'm expecting Bayer Leverkusen to win this game with a scoreline of either 2-0 or 3-1 or 2-1 maybe. So we have Bayer Leverkusen to score over 1.5 goals at 1.40 odd. We have Fiorentina versus Roma. We have Roma to score over 1 goal at 1.70 odd. Remember, you can take it to over 0.5 goals for Roma. It has value also. It's at 1.33 to 1.35 odd for Roma to score over 0.5 goals. But my prediction is Roma to score over 1 goal at 1.70 odd. We have Real Madrid versus Celta Vigo. We have Real Madrid to score over 1.5 goals at 1.40 odd. We have from the Belgium Pro League, we have Royal Union St. Julius versus Gent. We have the total goals to be over 1.5 goals at 1.21 odd. We have Lamia versus AEK Athens. We have AEK Athens to score over 1.5 goals at 1.40 odd. Still from the Greece Super League, we have PAOK versus Eris. We have PAOK to score over 1 goal at 1.20 odd. And finally, from the Portugal Liga, we have Arauca versus Sporting Club de Portugal. We have the total goals to be over 2 goals at 1.28 odd. So guys, these are all the games. Remember, you can scale your goals down. These games are looking very, very good and promising. If you can combine all these games together, remember, stake wisely and reduce your goals. So guys, I've come to the end of today's video. I wish us all the best. I wish us success. Have a blessed day. Have a wonderful day. And bye for now.